see what is the soil condition, how much it fluidizes, and based on that I will reduce the P value, right? Okay. Now the codes gives you for sand and clay, but you find an unusual soil. What will you do? So you found out actually, as I went deep, you found out silty sand or sandy silt or clay sand is not either sand or not either clay. Will you use those same graphs?
Average? Average?
Average of what?
2 grams.
Look different. One graph looks like flat, another goes like that.
Worst case?
Worst case. Well, why can't you use a PY? Why can't you use stress strain curve? That's real, isn't it? Right? What I'll show you a method which is okay. Say you now ideal. Say most so when the code will do a PY curve, code has to be safe, isn't it? The code will consider all scenarios and give you a safe approach, right? In all realistic cases, code will be oversafe because they will use all the available data and give you a safe approach, right? Therefore, what do you find out? That if based on codal method, you expect 10 mm of deflection, at least see 2 or 3. Because the clay value what you are using, there's so much margin of safety there, right? Okay, now, so, however, in real life, the pipe behavior will function the ground soil there, because effectively, as you are pushing the pipe, you are trying to apply stress to your soil, and if you apply to your soil some stress, the soil will deform, means there will be strain. So the cause is, as the pipe deflects, the pipe applies stress to the soil around it, right? In the deformed zone, in the mobilized zone. As you apply a stress, there would be strain. And if there is strain, that means the pipe has got some room for movement, and that's the deflection void. That's the sort of pipe deflection. So that means, as I was telling you before, that they should mirror image. If a stress strain curve looks like that, a PY curve would look like this as well, right? Now so basically another way of doing it is, you can have a stress strain curve, you can scale that curve to a PY curve. I'll explain that in this slide, then I'll show you how to do it. For unknown soil, suppose there's a right. Stress and then strain, right? So you know that somebody used a lab to develop a stress strain curve, right? And you find out a stress strain curve which is something like that. Okay? An unknown soil. Say for example, suppose you found out that somebody used the potter clay to build a pipeline, surrounded things by a pipeline by a potter clay. Potter clay behaves very differently than normal clay. They put some process in there, something to set. And you want to know what is deformation. So they did a test, they found out that sort of curve. And how do you then find a PY curve. Now, let's do the PY curve here. P versus Y. Now, as the pile moves, so what I am doing, I am checking a pile section. The pile was like that, and the pile moved sideways, yeah, that way, right? If I do the plan view, you see a pile initially like that, and the pile moved sideways, and it's like that, right? More the pile moves, more you are applying stress to the soil around it, right? So therefore, so more the load you are applying, more you are applying pressure, you are increasing this tau, this shear stress. Like a footing, you are applying a pressure and you are having higher stress in soil. So they are linked by bearing capacity, like NC, NQ, N gamma factors. NC, NQ, N gamma factors. Yeah. At deeper depth, we take 9, isn't it? We're at 9. So that's why the factor is 9. So one, you know this one, you can get. So you know tau, because you know from a stress strain curve, you know the tau. You know tau, if you put here 9.2, you know the pile diameter, you get the P. So you can get the P. So once you know these values, in Excel you have got tau and gamma. In Excel, make another column as P. So P will be given by NS, so 9.2 times this tau, that column, right, times D. You get the P, X's, right? And what is Y and gamma? What are they linked up? So Y means, what we are doing is, so this moved by, so you had the pile there, the pile moved by Y, and that generated P pressure around it, right? So what we are doing, you are basically finding out as the pile moves Y, you are linking the strain to the displacement. So you know this pile moved Y, and therefore it would strain soil in this zone. So if a pile at the bottom level moves, you basically this zone around it will see some movement. The particle will be all strained, right? So if you want to find out the average strain around it, which is gamma average, will be given by around 2.8 delta by diameter, right? So this is Y by diameter, and based on that we can work out this MS value. So once you know the strain from your stress strain curve, you put the MS value of this, you can get the Y, right? So any stress strain curve you can convert into a PY curve. Okay, but you scale to axis differently. Yeah, and this way you can generate a PY curve. Yeah, so that will cover all the soil. So if you have a standard soil, sand, clay, codes give you, cyclic codes give you, unknown soil, new soil, no idea, do a soil test and develop PY curve. Yeah. Okay, this is what it is. And finally, other application of deformation is you only have lateral load. like a foundation, deep foundation in ocean supporting floating structures, right? Then the question is, at what load it would completely fail? Because at what load you have uprooting of the whole thing, isn't it? There the question is, how you want it to fail? Because you want it to fail at the highest load, isn't it? So what do? You got to try to mobilize a mechanism which will do this behavior, not this behavior. So if you put the chain, the beta is called, if you put this anchor at the top level, you're trying it to fail in this particular mode. It will fail at a lot lower load than this one. But if you can try to put the chain at a lower level, you are promoting it to move sideways, laterally. So then you are mobilizing a lot more soil, you get a higher capacity. Yeah? Agree? So more or less this is.
Just a quick question. Is it putting it in the middle, not at the top?
No, maybe around 2/3. Yeah.
Around the 2/3.
Yeah.
Do you then put it straight up, or you?
No,
It's going to go under the ground, like under the.
Yeah, it is like a catenary, so it's a catenary action. Actually, what I can do, I upload a paper. We just built a method how to do this design. There's a high wind. Have you heard that high wind concept? So the first floating wind farm in Scotland called high wind, and there they have used. This is the actually high wind concept. Statoil has developed that. Statoil, the oil company. And now they have something called back wind. What they're doing is battery. So this energy, what they're doing in floating, is storing in a battery. So basically, they are quite ahead of the game actually. So how do you control the whole thing? So what I will do, I will think you get the paper there. Isn't it? Called ocean energy. The paper is. Well, not connected. So that's the what I just gave you. It just came out. It will come out in July 1st, but I can show you that one. So basically, this is the work. What I just showed you is there. The whole thing. I didn't want to complicate it too much. So once you work out the main thing is that how to size the anchor. As you're doing a foundation design, how do you get the anchor sized? So what we do here, we're looking to few things, is that failure modes. If you have basically you work out the pull-out mode, right? In one case it will happen that you have a reverse bearing capacity, means you pull out with some soil with it. This you can do by reverse bearing capacity equations. All are given in this paper. Second thing what will happen, you will see that the suction anchor comes out with nothing, only it comes out nicely. So soil remains there, you form a small footprint. In another case, it comes out with soil inside, it's like a plug case, isn't it? So, how do you know what will go on? So, you work all the three mechanisms, take the lowest. you're fine. Because when you apply that snatch load, that big load, there are two components, vertical, lateral, right? So this way you can calculate the capacity of in vertical direction. And then, what you just said, this is what you said, isn't it? So you put it in that direction. That is that you will know. This you will know from wind and the wave load. The wind turbine must move sideways, and then as you go to the mud, there are reduction in this capacity. The load will reduce because this chain will have friction, right? So if you can calculate the catenary, and then you try to find out that you want to promote it to fail like this. Yeah? So actually, Statoil will not tell you how they did the whole design. They will not tell you. It's a secret. So what we have done, we have built a theory how we can do the design, and we took the Statoil, we took the high wind, all the data, because they are now publicly available, because when you do a wind turbine, wind farm, you must publish something as a EIA report to the council to get all approval. From there we took all this information, and then we say, if I will do the design, how will I do it? What size I will get? So we did the whole thing, and it came very close to what they got. So it's okay. So that's what the paper is about. So we chose the thing, and you can do all in Excel actually. Yeah, and that's it. Okay, so that's the sort of third part in the whole thing. Another thing is that's the other thing here. Because you have two types of load, isn't it? The lateral load and vertical load and lateral load. So you can't mobilize both. The same soil is supporting you in the against uplift, against lateral load. So then you have to check something like this. A by H ultimate times A. You know how we do in structure, like combined bending and action. But similarly, you have to do an envelope like that. So you can't, basically, you got to check that the same soil is loaded twice. One by the vertical load, one by the lateral load. So you must do a check on this. Okay. I will upload this paper as well. Yeah? I still happy to take a bit more, or you want to think this is okay? Right. The final thing, what you will do is the ground improvement, right? Do you have one more class, or is the last class? Is it one more class, right? One more. Next week. This is the next week.
Yeah, one more.
Two or one?
No, it's two works.
So
One Monday and one last Monday.
when is the next one? Next one is
Monday.
Monday 14th, right?
And then
14th and then 21st.
Yeah.
When the exam? And
Well, there's
when
no
is
like.
the exam? 25th. Earthquake.
There's no lecture scheduled 21st.
Okay, so we have got one more lecture then. Only next week is the last lecture. Okay. So what we can do then? We can do next week a little bit revision on Monday. If you email me what you need, I'll try to draft 4 days, because there are quite a bit of things, no? But the main thing is to, if things go in your head, that it is the yogurt in that pen and sand, that's what you want, you know. So that will be, because you can learn many empirical things, but these things change. So you can't remember what to use. But if things are clear, then why we are doing it, where it comes from, then you can figure it out with changes. Okay? So what I try to give you the fundamentals behind these methods, where they come from. And then the rest is join the dots. Yeah? So in that case, I can do the non-improvement next week, and I can do some revision as well. So, yeah? Okay? And if you let me know what you need extra, then I can come on prepared as well. If you let me know, because Monday I have not much time.
When are we going to cover entertaining structures?
This year we have got this. This year change the course content. That was the Ganga's part. That is there.
Okay.
So we have had the course bit restructured this year. But based on the feedback from last 2 years, the students thought they had done some of those parts before. So I tried to drop and add the basement part, taking into account what the feedback was. You know, this deep basement part.
No, I mean the gravitable and the...
They're no longer basement.
So they're not going to... Okay.
But if you want, I can just talk about it in the next week. Yeah. I can give you these sort of fundamentals.
No, I mean in terms of, you said last week in the exam there will be a last question, theoretical questions.
From the coursework based on this deep basement one.
Okay.
What I've done so far is today are more information, more like further you can learn yourself, give you the material fundamental one. I'm also marking your things. I've given Ganga to give me a sample solution of things that he still didn't send me. Of course, they're quite busy with things. There's a lot of work going on there. Actually, I think I looked at 5 or 6. They've all done quite a bit of things. Quite a bit of things on this. So he came last week, Tuesday. I showed him. So I'm very impressed with the standard. Because the quality of presentation is nice coursework, nice type talk, everything is perfect and fine. Okay, is there any questions?
We always pretend that like
So you
we have those
suppose you are doing equal 1 and you get 1 number. You don't
Yes,
if you go to a fully and you see you're giving you the right sort of shape, but if it gives you like that, it's not something wrong. No, or you didn't give it full, you only gave the in one case, utilities. Yeah, one is in 175, 150, one split. You will be output what you will get. Output will be formula, but then you mistakenly didn't add the last few parts. Say you didn't, suppose that's a student. Yes. 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 But when you didn't go, you missed to give the right shape. So you gave the shape like that.
Like you mean that like
Oh yeah, about transition. If I have any game shape like that, they will not get it. Basically, if you keep on adding, keep on adding, you will not get the top. This is the pile, this is the pile head below, this is the pile head
maybe his mind is going to like
below. And that's the pile head below. Yes, because you only care about the client, you care about this is the small involved. That is the spring.
if I see that kind of thing, I might just be attention to it.
These springs are pressure. This is here. Yeah, yeah. So what you hear? Yes. Yes, yes. Say you have so you model every meter. Every meter model. So say I'm looking at one spring. So this spring is basically covering this part of the problem. Say for this problem, you found basically a sword testing, and that sword testing first thing you do, and say you get a stress tensor like that. Stress. You will then use so you and then
He said
you
he did
for the tape out, they already there to tell but we sat on software, you got to give all the points. You got to give the points to generate the properties. So it's kind of how do you give some properties? Yeah, so you read off from here.
Where there's like a another sort of
Yeah.
Give the properties in the game. So it gives you a table, so you input the
And when they wanted to
you would know. Yeah, so you give, it's like you are modeling this text. You have got some strings here, one string there, one string there. You have any load, the string will deform. So this will tell you, if it deforms 2 millimeter, how much was the force constraint. If it moves. Yeah, because what's happening, once you get the, you can read off. But unless you give the properties there, how will the software know what is
That's what you were there.
this chop or block? Yeah, that you can know. That no.
No, but it's not fine.
Once you give the geometry and all the strings and all the rest, and then the pile head, you say, I am having a load, this load. And then you software tells you read of that you get from that.